Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have once again, I don't know like what has been, I swear to God, I'm not trying to be like an anti-Xbox channel or anything of the sort, but we actually now have even more information coming out from the CMA and going discussing the fact and how Game Pass actually might be completely destroying the Xbox itself, leading to a massive amount of decline in sales. And I mean, in theory, it's kind of part of the marketing strategy, so it makes sense of why, and why it actually might be taking a little bit of a harder hit to Xbox and Xbox exclusives, originals, and all of that we all may be expecting. Now, if you guys missed the saga of just, I guess, Xbox being that, like, I don't know, sad person on Valentine's Day that's alone, is basically, well, it's just not been going so good. We actually had a confirmation from earlier on today that a lot of the Xbox divisions actually had huge layoffs again, like on top of the 10,000 person layoffs. And as well, we're also seeing that marketing and other various big leaders in the industry, in like the departments of Xbox, are actually kind of becoming like redundant. So we're seeing a lot of these various things, and it's just not going so well. As we're seeing all these numbers, we're seeing all these things, it just kind of seems like Xbox is not doing so good. And it's also in regards to Game Pass, where we're actually seeing Game Pass over here, where it does seem like it's affecting Xbox as a brand, maybe more than they're letting on. So, going to talk about this. Would love to hear your thoughts and comments as well. And hopefully we're going to have some kind of cooler gaming news too, because I feel like we haven't had anything good or fun to talk about on the channel, at least in like the past week or so. It's been actually a little of a drier gaming news as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, and your thoughts and comments down below. Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys want to follow, because we have the Target and Amazon links too. And let's dive into the fact that Xbox might be actually just destroying itself with Game Pass. So we actually have an article over here from Kotaku confirming that Xbox confirms that Game Pass leads to decline in sales. Now, I think most normal people with a brain, I hope that's all of you, can kind of go in and realize that Xbox Game Pass is a well-lost leader. You basically, it's like Netflix. Like, you don't mind if you give them the 1 month for free. You don't mind if they go and they kind of only do it whenever they want to. Because at the end of the day, you hope you get a lot more people that just have it on auto-renewal and realize it's a good service and it's offering good games, and hopefully new enough games come out quick enough that you can essentially go and justify keeping it. I think it makes a lot of sense in my mind, in all honesty. But one of the, I think the bigger issues is that, well, number one, Game Pass subscribers have been going down. This has been confirmed on official Microsoft press hostings. We've had the numbers kind of go and teeter from around the 20 millions, and now we're hearing like 17 millions, maybe. It's kind of give or takes. And obviously kind of ebbs and flows. Like, let's say there's gonna be like a lot of big, say a new Forza, or maybe like Redfall, or even obviously Starfield. Like, I can probably guarantee Starfield bumped the numbers up to like 25 million at least, which is a huge like 7 million plus subscriber base. But the thing is that you also have to worry about individual games, because while Game Pass is cool, if Game Pass is a loss leader, at some point you have to hit a threshold to make it profitable. Think of a thing like Netflix. Yeah, Netflix had a lot of cool shows like The Office, etc. But at a certain point, those licensings actually went away. Like, they literally were not able to maintain Friends or The Office or whatever, and they had to go and somehow rely on the Netflix originals, which in theory kind of turned out pretty okay. We had things such as, you know, like Squid Game and a lot of other various things too as well, you know? Like, I don't know, Wednesday, sure. Like, there's a lot of cool various games out there. And also Jenna Ortega's hot. Let's just keep it all, just saying, you know, just saying. But apparently, according to the data from the UK CMA, Microsoft's popular subscription service may actually be hurting its software sales. Now, like I said, as Microsoft continues its year-long journey to consume Activision Blizzard King, we keep learning more and more about the inner workings of the various corporations involved. And today, via the UK Competition and Markets Authority provisional report on the deal, we learned that when games are added to the Xbox Game Pass service, they tend to see actually a big decline in sales for around a full year afterwards. This isn't the most surprising news, but it does seem to clash with past statements from Xbox's boss, Phil Spencer. Now, I mean, in terms of like the actual creator, it makes sense, because you'll go be like, hey, random game company will give you $5 million, $1 million, $500,000. Whatever it might be, let's have like the licensing rights for, say, Game Pass for the year, and we can kind of see if it's good, bad, or ugly. And I think that's good, because basically, like, maybe they don't know. Like, you know, you have that risk. Is my game going to be a Stardew Valley and make $100 million? Or is it going to be a game that does okay, gets maybe like $100,000, and I just wasted 5 years of my life and maybe had to bankroll a lot of money? So if you have that kind of guaranteed deal of, hey, Xbox, give us $5 million, that's at least locked in contract-wise. We could have made more, could have made less, but $5 million, I think a lot of people are like, yeah, we consider that a success. But it makes sense, because if you have the option to pay, like, say, $10 or $1 or $15, whatever your current payment is, you might do that instead of spending $30 on Steam or PlayStation. This kind of goes and stems to one of the biggest arguments I think PlayStation has, is that if it's on Game Pass, why are people going to go and buy it? So launched in 2017, Xbox Game Pass has become the company's biggest successes, helping it grow beyond its consoles and bringing in millions of new customers. For a relatively low monthly fee, subscribers get access to a huge catalog of Xbox and PC games, as well as other benefits such as discounts on DLCs, the ability to stream a number of games. And of course, when it first launched, same wondered as like Netflix-like structure would actually lead to fewer people buying games, and it does appear, based on this data, that is true. So spotted by GamesIndustry.biz, buried deep in the new report from the UK CMA, is a small bit of information from Xbox and how the Game Pass hurt game sales. Here's what's in the report. Microsoft also submitted that its internal analysis shows a redacted, which they're not going public on, but it has been unconfirmed in official court documents that there has been a big decline in base game sales for up to 12 months following their addition on Game Pass. The report does note that Microsoft's data comes with some limitations, specifically in regarding to the time period which Microsoft appears to have used for its internal tracking. However, Xbox itself has noted as admitting in internal documents that added games to the service would lead to a cannibalization of digital sales. So this is like the biggest, like, if Sony saw this and had a chance to push this, the gotcha they could ever have. Because at this point, it's literally Microsoft themselves in internal documents stating, yeah, these sales are not good. Like, it's good for us, it's good for Game Pass, good for keeping people on Game Pass and player base or whatever, but when it comes to, say, Steam, Switch, PlayStation maybe, etc., all of that put together just shows that, well, it might be a little bit harder than you'd expect for them to actually go and keep these sales. So it's intriguing because this actually Xbox is caught lying. Xbox previously claimed Game Pass increases sales, and this is the big one for the topic. Now, this seems like a clash with the statement Xbox boss Phil Spencer gave in 2018, about a year after the launch of the service. Back then, Phil Spencer said that sales actually would increase when it hit Game Pass, and so far, it just doesn't seem like it. When you put a game like Forza Horizon 4 on Game Pass, you instantly have more players of the game, which is actually leading to more sales of the game, Spencer said. Some people have questioned that, but when State of Decay 2 launched, you saw, if you looked at the US at the NPD, this game selling really, really well the month it launched on Game Pass. Now, I can almost want to say, in my honest opinion, it would maybe make sense. Like, we'll maybe go and see more additional information. We can maybe see more people getting hyped for it. Maybe news articles would lead to Steam reviews or PlayStation reviews, especially if the game is good. But it just kind of seems like consistently, based on their data that came out, is that, well, they're maybe kind of lying. Number one, on the fact that they hide the subscription numbers so much, and like, dude, I always feel so bad. I feel like I'm harping on Xbox, so hopefully I make hopefully like this is actually like entertaining to listen to or like discuss or whatever. But it does kind of seem like the subscription numbers have been going down. It does seem like Game Pass actually might be in trouble. Now, it has enough money from Xbox and Microsoft to probably go and funnel in millions upon millions of dollars. Like, it's not a big deal. It's not bad. Like, I mean, they can lose the money, especially if they keep on gaining market share. Because if you're someone like Microsoft, bro, you'll throw $1 billion just for free marketing at that point. Because you're big, you can afford it, and you know you're going to be making money year over year with your hosting and cloud servers and Xbox Game Pass and subscriptions and Gold, Microsoft Office, and everything in between. But it's just intriguing to see that they kind of seem like they kind of are not lying, or they are lying, that they're actually not helping for sales. It shows that on public docs, they're actually not like doing as maybe possibly good. Like I said, a lot of the rumors are pushing to like a 17 to 16 million subscriber count for Game Pass. Like, was like maybe around the 18, 19, 20 before. They haven't gone public with it, so it's hard to justify. But like right now, I don't know anyone on Game Pass. I really, truly don't. And I mean, I'm sure in the next few months with Minecraft Legends and a few other various games, and Hi-Fi Rush, which was a really good game too, it just doesn't seem like a lot of folks are kind of clamoring towards it though. Because once again, you can maybe do one game and you might play it for the 1 month, but you want to have that longevity. You want to have that staying power to go and, well, stay. You want to have people actually doing these constant subscriptions. So it does kind of seem like this one too. I mean, obviously, like for 2018 might be a little bit of a while, but I do say things change. It is possible with more data that Xbox has seen more frequent declines in sales, especially as the service has grown so much since over there, and there is still evidence too in 2020, so maybe it's not as bad, or maybe not as big of a lie, or whatever it might be, but it is something to kind of go and know that, well, the CMA is calling it out. That the CMA report also noted that according to Microsoft, Activision has been too keen on even including its games on Game Pass or any platform subscription service because they believed as well that Activision could also confirm it could severely cannibalize the sale of games, especially when it comes to big new releases as well. So we're kind of seeing them almost kind of caught in some lies and caught in this really weird deal, and I mean, I'm sure Bobby Token just wants to go get his actual payout and get his bonus from selling this acquisition, and I'm sure Xbox just doesn't want to deal with any lawyers. But it is kind of an intriguing thing to note that numbers are going mediocre. That kind of seems that they got like caught in a lie, and that Xbox has been in such bad PR these past few weeks. It's kind of actually crazy to go and see. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We got that Twitter and Twitch room down below. We have the Target Amazon links down below, and you guys are all beautiful and lovely. And I'll see you guys all maybe for one more bonus video tonight.